Close your eyes for a second. Can you hear that? That isn't just noise. That is the soundtrack of an entire generation. It's 7:00 p.m. on a Tuesday in July 1955. The heat of the day is finally breaking. You aren't sitting inside a climate-controlled box staring at a screen. You are out here on the front porch. Your dad is smoking his pipe. Your mom is peeling peaches. And you? You're watching the world go by. There was no Facebook feed to scroll. The sidewalk was the feed. But then, something happened. Slowly, silently, and almost without us noticing. This world vanished. We didn't just lose a piece of architecture. We lost the eyes on the street. We lost the sugar cup neighbors. Today, we're going to find out exactly who or what killed the American front porch. And I warn you, the culprits are the very things you probably have in your living room right now. To understand what we lost, we have to look at how we lived. Look at the early blueprints of Levittown. The porch wasn't an extra feature. It was a transition zone. It was a magical space that was both private and public. If you sat on the porch, you were saying to the world, I'm home, I'm resting, but I'm open to conversation. It was the original neighborhood watch. No one needed a Ring doorbell camera because Mrs. Miller, 3 doors down, sat on her rocker from 4 p.m. until sunset. She knew whose car was parked where. She knew if you came home late. It was where wisdom was passed down. You didn't learn about life from a YouTube influencer. You learned it by listening to your grandfather talk to the neighbor about the war, about the price of corn, about the weather. You learned simply by being present. But as the 1950s rolled into the 60s, 3 specific inventions arrived to destroy this sanctuary. The first assassin was cold, delightfully cold. Before 1960, sleeping porches were a necessity. Houses were designed with high ceilings and breezeways to catch the wind. The heat forced us outside together. We shared the misery, and we shared the breeze. Then came the window unit. Carrier changed the world, but it also changed the neighborhood. Suddenly, the most comfortable room in the house was inside. We went in to cool off, and we shut the windows to keep the expensive cold air from escaping. That mechanical hum replaced the sound of crickets. The sealed window replaced the wave to the neighbor. We traded our community for comfort, and who can blame us? It was 95 degrees, but we didn't realize the price we would pay for that cool air was our connection to the street. If the AC unit pulled us inside, the television chained us there. In 1950, only 9% of American households had a TV. By 1960, it was nearly 90%. The porch used to be our entertainment, watching the storms roll in, watching the Joneses fight, telling ghost stories. That was active entertainment. TV offered passive entertainment. Why listen to your uncle's boring war story when you could watch I Love Lucy? And then, the final nail in the coffin. The Swanson TV dinner, introduced in 1953. It told Americans, don't waste time cooking and talking. Heat this aluminum tray, sit on the couch, and don't speak. The family dinner table died. The after-dinner porch sit died. The glow of the sunset was replaced by the blue flickering glow of the cathode ray tube. By the 1970s and 80s, the transformation was complete. Look at the architecture. New houses were built with ranch-style designs. The front porch shrank into a tiny decorative stoop, just big enough for a doormat. Where did the outdoor space go? It moved to the back deck. This is profound. The front porch is about community. It says, welcome. The back deck is about privacy. It says, keep out. We started building 6-foot privacy fences. We started hosting invitation-only BBQs instead of open neighborhood gatherings. We shifted from a culture of we to a culture of me. We stopped wanting to see our neighbors and started wanting to hide from them. Drive through a modern suburb today. What do you see? Garage doors that open automatically. We drive in. The door closes behind us. We enter our climate-controlled fortress, order food from an app, and watch a movie alone. It is safer? Maybe. Is it more comfortable? Definitely. But is it, better? Studies show that loneliness in Americans over 60 has reached epidemic levels. We have more ways to connect than ever before, yet we have never been more isolated. We traded the sugar cup neighbor for Amazon Prime. We traded the handshake for the text message. Maybe we can't bring back 1955, and maybe we don't want to give up our AC. But ask yourself this: when was the last time you sat outside, without your phone, and just watched the world go by? Tonight, maybe leave the TV off. Go sit on the steps. You might be surprised at what or who you find. Thanks for watching. If you remember the days of the front porch, tell me your favorite memory in the comments below. I read every single one of them.